Is it in the same respect that there was so much hype placed on this one game? I mean, you've got 2 months of a season to go. The season's not over. How do you move forward from such a big win on the rest of the season?
I mean, you just keep going, like Coach Sweeney says all the time. I mean, it's just one game at a time, and it really is. I mean, he really instills that in us, and that we can't. We know that was a huge game, but if we go and we lose to Walford or Appalachian State, how big of a game is that going to be? So I mean, it's every game is a huge game, and this is an ACC game, and we've got league play pretty much all the way out. I think almost every game except obviously South Carolina. So I mean, and that's one of our goals is to win the division, win the ACC, and so we still have goals that we want to meet, and we know what we have to do to meet those goals.
Does it get difficult to block out, I don't know, some of the excitement around campus, family excitement, watching ESPN and seeing you guys are a couple of spots out of that top 4?
It does get a little difficult at times, but you always have to just kind of refocus in after seeing all that, and just know that it's just talk. None of those guys are really in here with us. Even my family. They're not here in the Clemson family. So, I mean, it gets difficult at times, but it's not too hard, just because we all, like I said, our leadership just kind of we do a very good job at keeping everyone focused, especially the young guys. We got a decently young team this year, and some of those guys kind of like to look at what everyone has to say about them, but our leadership really steps up and just tells them, hey guys, we just got to go out and keep doing what we've been doing.
Personal question for you. I walk into the tunnel after the game, and there's Coach Green. Water's pouring off the front of his hat. He's on his cane.
Yeah.
Breaks out in a big smile, and he said, "Glenn, that a lot of fun." What was it like to walk off the field and see him?
That's awesome. I had to wait for him to walk down the steps. Him being all crippled, but nah, it was awesome. I gave him a big hug, and man, it was so awesome, because I mean, especially whenever he was going through college ball and everything, and in the early '70s, that was Notre Dame, and he just got to watch his grandson beat the Notre Dame, so that it was really special.
Talk about the rest of the season. You guys, like you said, you got ACC play the rest of the way, outside of South Carolina, but you got 8 straight weeks of football ahead of you. How do you keep your body and your mind in shape during that whole period, doing 8 straight weeks?
Well, I mean, Coach Sweeney has a lot to do with that, with our practice schedule. Our strength and conditioning staff, we lift 2 times a week, but they do a really, really good job of kind of prehab for the games and everything like that, and keeping us loose. And our staff here does a fantastic job at keeping everyone's body in check. We have cold tubs after pretty much every practice. We've got, we have massages that come in on Thursday. So we do a really good job at keeping our bodies feeling well. And the mindset is just, it's every day's a work day. It's just something J.J. Watt says. Every day you got to pay your rent. And you're so. It's tough. But I feel like we do a really good job here.
We hear all the time about how Deshaun keeps such an even keel. Did you notice any differences in him because of such a big game before, during, or after?
Not at all, man. That guy, he's just got a mentality of no one can stop us, and he's just he's unbelievable. To be honest, he's so cool and calm, and I don't know if on the inside he's getting all revved up, but to everyone, to all of us, he just seems so cool and collected, and that's something that you like to see, especially as an offensive lineman, to know that, him to be so calm knows that he has trust in his offensive line to block for him. So, he's just, he prepares really well, and he knows what he has to do.
Jay, a lot of people wanted to make something before this season that the defense was losing all these people, obviously a lot of good people. Did you have an inkling, having going against them every day, that there wasn't going to be that much of a drop-off?
Yeah.
Played like the way they've been playing.
Yeah, that wasn't a surprise at all. Battling up against these guys, all through camp and everything, it's just one of those where you sit back and you kind of laugh, and because you got Scott in there, you got Christian, who's come in as a freshman, he's really, really, really talented guy. And and you got Shaq and Kevin Dodd on the outside. You don't really worry that much, and I mean it's we got a really talented group of guys, and like you said, going against them every day just reassured us of that.
You said Shaq likes to get a little mouthy. He gets mouthy with you guys too?
Yes, he does. I love Shaq Lawson to death. Let me say that first, but man, he is a guy who loves to talk, and he is a guy who loves to talk very loud. It's all in fun, and he's out there having a good time. I mean, man, I don't blame him because the guy's good, and he knows that he's good. So, he's not cocky, but he's confident in his abilities, and he does like to get a little loud sometimes.
This is an offense that a lot of people thought would be explosive, score a lot of points. You guys have been able to run the ball and be conservative and just take what's there. Are you okay with that? Do you think this offense needs to be more explosive?
I'm perfectly okay with us running the ball. I mean, it's like I was saying on the sidelines. We love games where it's going to rain and we know that we're going to run the ball more. Because for an offensive lineman, that's on our shoulders. We want to be able to carry the team, and so I enjoy that. But at the same time, I know that we have that big playability. I mean, our guys on the outside are so talented. Some of the best in country, and obviously the guy taking the snaps is one of the best in country as well. So I know that we have that big playability. So it doesn't whatever we really need to do, whatever Coach Elliott and Coach Scott want us to do is what we're going to do.